All right, it's media day. We are talking 18-6A, and we got Houston Heights head coach Stephen Dixon with me. Coach, when you talk about this district, there's only 7 teams in it. Man, I'm going to get to this in a second, but the search for 4 games is probably difficult, although you haven't you probably did it last year before after realignment. But starting right into district play with Lamar, and that's, I mean, we all know that's probably going to be for the district title. So you got that tough game right off the bat. Is that a blessing or a curse? What do you think about it when you go into it?
Well, I mean, yeah, we're playing against a, tough, really good program like Lamar. You kind of want to get a couple of district games on your belt before you play them. But playing them, right off the bat in our first district game, I think that kind of gets us mentally prepared for our first game of the year, because we know that first district game is going to be super important and could, pretty much determine who the district champion is going to be. Even though we got a couple of really good schools in our district that are, probably going to be in contention too, like a West Side and maybe Bel Air or something like that. So we're just looking forward, man, to getting ready to face Lamar that first district game. But I think that'll help us get ready for the rest of the season.
Well, the biggest question for Heights is what's going to happen with Alan Rainey being gone. Man, he was such a dynamic player, district MVP, and a lot of other players graduated as well.
Yeah,
coming in there at quarterback and maybe hype him up a little bit.
Well, we were very fortunate last year. Alan, has been a starting receiver for us these last couple of years, and he's been chomping at the bit to play quarterback. And we didn't expect that kind of a year from him, even though we knew he was a great athlete. But Alan had a phenomenal year. Ended up winning district MVP last year. Going to be hard to replace, but right now I'm pretty satisfied with who we're going to have at quarterback this year. We had a kid by the name of Reggie McNeil that's here now. I don't know if that name rings a bell, but his dad was a icon quarterback at Texas A&M back in the day when him and Vince Young were pretty much the headlines of Texas high school football. But Reggie is a 6'1", 185-pound dual-threat quarterback who I think is going to have a chance to probably get MVP of the district as well. I mean, he's that good. Got some things to work on, but there's no denying that he's a phenomenal young man and going to be a phenomenal leader and a great athlete.
What class is he?
He's a class of 2025, so he has 2 years remaining.
Okay. Well, we're excited to see that because we definitely remember McNeil over there at Texas A&M. So we'll see how far the apple falls from the tree.
Yes.
Talk about some of the other guys you may have on offense, because I know you did get hit with graduation, but I see some guys on offensive line coming back. Talk about who you got coming back and what they might do for you.
Well, one of the linemen that's coming back, and he didn't get a chance to play last year due to a knee injury, and I think having him would have definitely helped us out. But he's a lineman that's 6'6", 6'5", 300 pounds. Devin Ferris, he'll be class of 2025. He'll be a starter for us. He's gonna probably end up being a 4 or 5 star type kid. I think the name that pops up, off the bat is Frank Moss. He's gonna be a 4-year starter. Has already committed to Division I school. He's probably one of the best linemen in the state of Texas. Other positions, we got 2 returning starters at the wide receiving core, and Nick Brown and Lamont Robbins. That are pretty special. But I think we have another young kid that might be one of the best slot receivers in Texas, and a kid named Rayshawn Mitchell. I think he's going to pop off the page as well. I think he's going to be, probably one of the best receivers, not only in Houston, but one of the best receivers in the state of Texas. Have a couple of other kids that are going to be coming up. Evan Scott, Gabriel Moo, 6'2" wide receiver, that's 2025 class. That kind of played through injuries last year, didn't get to play as much. He's going to pop off the page as well. And a big tight end that's going to replace a tight end that we lost, named Sol Du Bois. He's about 6'2", 6'3", about 250. He's going to be our tight end, kind of H-back coming back. And then running back spot, we got, two guys. One of them had just got a Division I offer to Arkansas State, and Braden Woolley, he's 2025 class, and Ezel Williams. So we got a great set of athletes coming back on the offensive side.
That's going to be awesome because you're going to need to put them points up to get in that first game there with Lamar.
Yes.
Talking about the defense, is there some guys that kind of stand out to you that you're looking to step up and show some leadership?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be probably one of the strengths of our team. We got two returning starters coming back on the defensive line, and Jordan Claville, who has a couple of Division I offers. He's about 6'5", about 245. Travion Duncan is also a returning starter. He's going to be, both of those guys are young guys, 2025 class. We got a linebacker / defensive end. I think he's probably going to be the kid that probably vie for district defensive MVP. And Jalen Bims, that's going to be a linebacker / edge. The leader of our defense is one of our captains, Bryce Chevalier. He's going to be our inside linebacker. And then we got some other guys I think are going to step up at the linebacker spot. Dylan Ray, Ellison Crawford, Joseph Diaz, all those guys are going to be stepping up at the linebacker / safety spot. Corner is going to be a strong spot for us with a three-headed monster and Connor Brown, Roderick Brown, who has some Division I offers. Connor just got a Division I offer as well. And then Noah Soel, who hasn't gotten any offers yet, but he may be right now best corner. And then we got another kid that came in named Zaylen Cormier that came from May Creek. He's a 3-4 star type kid that's going to be playing both sides of the ball.
Well, it sounds like you got excitement on both sides there.
Yeah. Defensively, we just got some guys that played last year, and then some guys that were just chomping at the bit to play. Ja'Cory Miller is another name that pops off the page that I think is going to be pretty special. So I think we got a good chance to not only win district, but if we play the way I think we're capable of, we're capable of possibly running the table going 10-0. But we just got a lot of stuff to work on in order to get to that point, because we've got some tough games this year.
Well, that's interesting because you talk about this district and we talked about it earlier. Lamar kind of runs it, but you tripped him up a couple of years ago. You took the district title. Now it's known that it can happen, and that's got to bring confidence to the team too. And then last year, beating a Stratford team in the playoffs, who had all that recognition going into the season. You guys shut them down, got that victory. You played Hightower tough. It's not a deal where, okay, let's get through the district and hope we're competitive in the playoffs. You got yourself a team that in that first playoff game, you got yourself a team that you feel like you can get through 2, 3, 4 rounds in the postseason if you play right.
Oh, of course. I mean, Stratford was a tough team, but man, I just think we have a bunch of kids that are very resilient and very disciplined. I think especially being, what people quote unquote inner city school. Right. Sometimes there's kind of a stigma that's attached to inner city schools, but I think our kids embrace that. So we embrace a lot of those things that people say that we don't have. We don't have the resources. We don't have those things to compete against our suburban counterparts like a Stratford or a Katy school or South Fair school, schools like that. But, I'd like to show that is definitely not the case with our kids and our coaches, because we work just as hard as anybody else. We don't complain about the resources we don't have. We just thank for the things that we do have.
Well, it's going to be fun, and you can't do this, but we've already got that Lamar game circled. You got game 1 circled, so I ain't going to mess with you on that. I know how to do things, but we're looking forward to the season, man. I appreciate you joining with us, and good luck this 1866A district season.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Go Bulldogs.